It might taste crazy. What that is? What that is? Okay, we're just setting up. And for once in a blue moon, I decided I'll actually do a video facing you guys, but I might change my mind later on, so don't be surprised if we switch angles and have a different setup going later. But anyways, we're just in warm-up stage right now, okay? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna open up some packages.
Are people joining?
This is the beginning where, oh, let me hold on a second. Let me just read these comments that just popped up in my face out of nowhere. Sweet Earth, hi. Florida Fox, can we do a second half of the live on Instagram? Well, I don't have a schedule here. I'm not like doing a specific amount of time. And I don't know about going live on Instagram because I haven't been live on Instagram in so long that I'm completely out of touch with the whole thing. And just the setup over there is completely different than how it is over here. So I don't mind joining people's lives, but I don't feel like hosting lives yet. But I think I'm going to get back to doing my live streams over there too. So hi Tevin. Hi Gabby Peely. Yeah, we're going to open up some packages. Tevin over here sent me some mail, so I got to open it. But, you know what I'm saying, I had to wait until we could all be, you know, available at the same time so I could do this on camera. Hi, Galaxy. So we're going to open it up. I was very surprised when I opened up the mailbox because, bro, like, this is what was in the mailbox. There was 2 packages, right? I was completely thrown off. I did not expect that. So we're going to open them up. But first, before we do that, Florida Fox, I can host it and you can join. Yeah, so if I have time, then I'll join it if you're going to be hosting. That's not a problem. Okay. It's only been a day, but I have to talk about it because I don't know who else this could help. So I have Asperger's syndrome, right? And part of my Asperger's kind of makes it difficult for me to do things that normal people, I guess, just know how to do, or it's easier for them to learn how to do that stuff. But then there's things that I'm really good at doing that other people think are supposed to be hard to do, but for me it just comes natural, so it's not a struggle at all, right? So there's a lot of inverse stuff going on in my head. And one of the things that I absolutely struggle with is time management and like scheduling, like making sure that I have a routine that I'm following consistently. I have so many like medicines that I have to take, and I'll just skip taking them because I'll forget. And like, you know, when you take medicine, you have to take it with meals sometimes, or you have to take it before a meal. Like there's like a whole process. So remembering that for like so many different pills is really overwhelming for me. So I don't, right? So I won't take my medicine and kind of just neglect my health, not on purpose. It's just time just gets away from me, right? And hi Timothy's Toy Therapy and Crossing Season. Hey, what's up? So I'll just be in this like rut where like time will just go by, days, weeks, months will go by where I don't feel productive. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, so much stuff that I want to get done. And I can't concentrate. I can't focus on that stuff to actually get it started, right?
Mama, can you tell them about my channel?
Yeah, Jaya wants you guys to subscribe to her channel. She's got a new channel, okay, that she's manning all by herself. Nobody's helping her with anything. It's called Jackson Art, Jaxin Art. And she's just uploading like her animations and stuff that she does on her tablet and trying to like come up with little stories that she wants to tell through cartoons, basically. I don't know how she learned how to do this stuff because I don't be teaching my kids anything artistic. We just like kind of let them like, you know, let it come out and then see what we end up with. So it's not from anything she learned from us, but where she's at right now is the same level that my son was at with his drawing when he was her age, and then it evolved to what it is today. It's mind-boggling. So if that's her passion, then I'm like, hey, go for it, do what you want to do. But anyway, so Jackson Art, if you guys have some kids that you want them to go and follow her over there or whatever, you guys can subscribe to her. So Tevin says, I had baked a cake. I was hoping to finish it before my auntie and cousin left, but I will frost it later. Okay. Goodness, everybody in my house is all up and walking around. I don't know. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to all these little interruptions. Anyway, so basically, long story short, I have not been as productive artistically as I've wanted to be in like years, in such a long time. And I'll give myself all these different excuses for why I have to keep putting it off. Like, one of the big things for me is I don't craft. I don't do a lot of customizing because the level that I want to get done, I think that I can't do it in the small amount of space that I'm working with here in the place that we live. So I'll tell myself, well, when we move to a bigger place, then I'll pick all of that stuff back up. But I don't know when we're going to move to a bigger place. So, like COVID happening threw off all of our plans that we had when we first moved out here. So, that being said, I'm like limiting myself. You feel me? So, if I don't limit myself, I don't know what I'm capable of doing. But because I limit myself, it's like we'll never really know. You know what I mean? So I decided to stop doing that. I decided to stop embracing my self-labeled identity as a procrastinator and do something about it. And yesterday I came to the conclusion that I needed to design my day. I needed to create the kind of day that I want to have, not just stumble into the day and just like react to things that are happening around me, because that's how I normally feel like my days go. They're totally unplanned. Everything is random. There's no routine, and like I need a routine. That's just the thing about, like, for me, you know how they say people with autism or Asperger's, they like to have routines, and if you break their routine they'll like flip out. That is true, but in different ways for different people. And for me, it's not so much that I need the same routine every single day, it's that I need it to be my routine every single day. I can't function well when I can't control what's going on for the majority of my day. You know what I'm saying? So, when I'm just like reacting to things that are happening, it just throws off my vibe. My soul just feels miserable, and it's difficult for me to like get any fulfillment out of the things that I'm doing throughout the day, So I made I know it's gonna sound so asinine. My big secret, I made a task list, okay? But I didn't just make a list of things that I needed to do for the day. Like, grocery shopping, okay, I gotta go to the post office. I made the list with the intention of how I wanted my day to look. I wanted to put things on my list that were things that I wanted to do. And some of the things I want to do are actually things I need to do as well, right? I just put it off because it's tedious, because I don't want to, I get caught up in like the preparation for me to actually get the thing done. Like if I tell myself, oh, cook dinner by 7 p.m., I'll get caught up in the idea of what am I going to make for dinner? What ingredients do I need to get? Do I have all those ingredients? Do I have to go to the store and get the ingredients? Like that whole process before I get to the part where I'm cooking the dinner will just make me be like, oh my God, let's just order pizza. You know what I'm saying? So that's my bad habit that I need to stop. And I'm not going to stop if I don't challenge myself to stop. I looked at my list. It was so long. I thought it was so long. Funny thing is, throughout my day, the list kept evolving. I kept adding more stuff to my list. But even though the list was long, on purpose, I didn't make it short, because I told myself, the little voice in the back of my head that says, well, how are you going to get that done today? Are you sure you're going to be able to finish this task today? I had to really, like, Adonis said to me, instead of arguing with me, why don't you just argue with yourself? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, why don't you question yourself as much as you question me? And he's like, when you have an idea, why don't you really just sit down and ask yourself, well, why do you think that's a good idea? Okay, but what if this happens? All the stuff you normally say to me, just say it to yourself, and let's see how far you can go, right? I did not have no idea what the hell he was talking about when he said this to me, but just, I don't know, something just clicked. And yesterday I was like, you know what? That's brilliant. So I would ask myself, why do you think that you can't finish this task today? And then I would come up with responses. Oh, because I won't have time. Based on what? Well, Adonis might need me to help him with, but you can tell him you're busy. Oh yeah, he's a reasonable person. He's not going to be slighted because I can't go off and help him with something, right? Oh, but the kids might need me to. Well, they can fend for themselves. Tell them to handle it. They're responsible. They know how to do those things. You don't have to do it for them. Yeah, that's true. I don't have to do it for them. So I really had to like sit down and have a dialogue with myself. And then I ran out of excuses. I could not think of any feasible reasons why I couldn't get these things done. So I kept my list long, and as I was going through my day, checking off the things that I needed to do or wanted to do, it was like I was leveling up in a video game. Like the adrenaline rush. I forgot I had a TV, y'all. Like I did not turn the TV on to watch a stream of YouTube videos or my true crime documentaries or whatever it is that I be getting into. I didn't like lollygag talking on the phone to people and just wasting time. Like I was so productive all day long just trying to get the next thing checked off my list, and I had a bunch of hiccups, bunch of interferences. Janine, you was actually part of my day yesterday because we were trying to figure out what was going on with this mail that I need to send to you, and like, you know, that was a hiccup. I didn't factor that into my day, but I was trying to solve the problem, so I had to make a pit stop. It slowed down the rest of my productivity for the day, but it didn't stop me, right? And hold on, and that's just one interruption I had. I had like 4 or 5 other little mini interruptions throughout my day. Normally that would have been my excuse to just stop. That would have been like, oh, see, I can't get anything done, and then that would have just been the end of it, right? But I didn't have that attitude. I was like, okay, let's solve this problem, let's get it out of the way, and just had a good attitude about all of that stuff. And in trying to solve the problems, I learned things about myself. I learned how resourceful I was. I learned how good I was at thinking of like loopholes. You know, I didn't panic, I didn't stress out. Like things were just lining up for me, right? And I don't know if you guys believe in law of attraction, but if you don't, look it up. The law of attraction really works. Sometimes we forget that it's always working, positive or negative. It's constantly working for you. And you can tap into it consciously and make it work for you to get the things you want in life. Or you can just float around in life and see what happens when your law of attraction is like not working for you consciously. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us will self-talk negatively and tell ourselves what we can't do, and then we'll believe that voice and act on it, right? And then when we don't actually accomplish the things that we tell ourselves we can't do, we'll be like, see, I knew I couldn't do it, but you didn't really even try. You know what I mean? So the great thing about what I'm figuring out is that if I'm gonna believe a random voice in my head that tells me I can't do something, then why don't I just believe the random voice that tells me I can do something? Like they're both 50-50. Neither one knows for sure what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So when I switch my mindset like that, like my day went so smooth. Like even today I actually got a late start because I went to bed so late last night. But I didn't wake up panicking. I didn't wake up with this like, well, I already missed half of the schedule that I had, so I might as well just not even bother. Like I will normally have an attitude like that, but I don't have that attitude. I didn't have that attitude. In fact, I was like early setting this whole thing up because normally I'm late to my own lives. Because I'm never organized, right? But I was actually early setting this up. The only reason why I didn't start exactly at the time that I posted was because I got interrupted. My husband came out and he was telling me something, and you know, he's a priority to me. So I'm not going to be like, shush, I need to start my live. Okay, you tell me later. No, I can't do that. So I had to listen to him for a couple of minutes. And then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, let's talk about that more later. But I have to start this live. So that's how I ended up being a couple of minutes late. But anyway.
I commented on your live.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Let me just read some comments real quick. And then we're going to get into this box opening. Timothy's Toy Therapy says subscribed. OMG, I see somebody in the background wearing what I currently have one of my Tiffany's in. Oh, really? Jackson Art. Hi, Mom. 안녕, 자유. So, yeah. So, anyway, so I had a really productive day yesterday. I crossed off every single thing on my extra long list. And I was like, adrenaline rush at the end of the day. I was like, this is so amazing that I achieved all the things I wanted to do. And I even set up my list for the next day, you know, ahead of time. What I want to do is be able to map out a week in advance and continue that, you know, on and on and on. And like my vision for where this could lead is like extraordinary. All the things that I want to accomplish and get done, including coming back to YouTube more regularly, Instagram more regularly, doing lives with you guys, actually working on my art, customizing, and all the little techniques that I've accrued over the past few years that I haven't like streamlined. I want to be able to do that on a larger scale. So I'm over like procrastinating and limiting myself because I'm realizing nothing is stopping me. Nobody is stopping me. I'm stopping myself, and I need to stop stopping myself. So that's where I'm at right now. So send me good vibes. so that I can continue with this process. And as I'm progressing, I definitely want to come and share with you guys my tips on things that have helped me to like snap out of it and get things done that I really want to achieve. And as far as this stuff is concerned, like I was explaining to Janine, you know, people might look at it and be like, why do you take it so serious? It's dolls, like it's toys. Well, go grow up, right? But I feel that art is art. Whatever kind of way you express yourself as an artist, just do it. You have to do it, because if you don't, if you bottle it up, it's like your soul will die. Your soul will just shrivel away, and like you don't feel like you're yourself. You feel like you're just like a ghost floating around in life, just existing, you know? What the hell am I doing here? And the beautiful thing about art is that when you create, not only does it soothe you, but when other people are exposed to your creations, it touches them in a way that words cannot express. You know what I'm saying? You don't need words to convey art. And it just kind of connects human beings to each other, reminds us that we have things in common, that we're relatable with each other, and that our common goal here should be to be kind, to be loving, and to be sharing positivity with one another. Doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter what your gender is, it doesn't matter what your race is, it does not matter what religion you are, it don't matter what country you come from. If you're a human being, then you deserve for other people to respect you and love you and be kind to you as you should do for other people. And we forget that when we're just going about our day-to-day life trying to survive. People get really ugly when they're in survival mode a lot of times, and we just live in a time where that's not even frowned upon anymore. It's almost like an expectation, kind of. So, you know, whatever I can do to contribute something beautiful to the world, I feel like that's my duty to do that. And when I'm not doing it, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel right. I don't have a reason to wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And people who are suffering from like depression and anxiety, a lot of times it's like something is missing in their life, and they're trying to figure out what it is, but they can't figure it out. And that's what kind of causes the depression and the anxiety to keep festering, right? So it really is doll therapy, you know what I mean? But if I'm able to be a doll therapist, then I want to take on my calling and not keep putting it off because whatever I'm telling myself that I'm just believing for no reason, you know? Anyway, let's get into these boxes. I'm really like excited to see what's in here. I have no idea. Tevin did not tell me what he put in here, so I'm just gonna open it up. I'm gonna find out together. Florida Fox said I have my Odile in a mermaid outfit. Ooh, yes. John Irwin, hi. Hugs, my doll friend. Hey, what's up? Minnie G, good to see you. Said all the good vibes for your anti-procrastinating journey. Yay, thank you. And John Irwin said, I've been thinking about something you said a while. It was about buying dolls and then they just get put on the shelf, never to be played with. I'm trying not to be that way again, but it's hard. Yeah, that's actually a struggle that I'm going through right now with my own doll collection. I'm like really evaluating it and looking at it and asking myself, which of these dolls are you just totally neglecting and not paying any attention to? And why? Is it because you don't have space for them to be out on display? Is it because you want to display them a certain way and you can't? Is it because like what is it? What's the reason? Or you just don't like the doll anymore? And sometimes, you guys ever have this feeling where you lose the bond that you have with a doll? Like certain dolls, if they're not in your line of vision, you're like nervous. Like, where's that doll at? Like, oh my gosh, who moved her? You know what I'm saying? But then there's other dolls, you forget you even have it until you see it again, and you're like, oh my gosh, I had one of those. Where'd you come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll find myself in that situation with some of my dolls. So I have to really ask myself, like, can I part with this doll, give it away, sell it, repack it up, like customize it and give it to somebody? Do something with it, because why is it just sitting in here taking up space inside of your stash, right? Yeah, it's like the borderline between being a collector and being a hoarder. All right, so I opened the bag. Let's open up this thing and take out what's in here. Okay. I'm gonna put one thing at a time. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is one of those. Oh, this thing came off. That's okay. This is a Barbie Extra mini doll, and she is like a, let me show you this one. Let's open it up. What's this girl's name? Does she have a name? They don't have names, they just have numbers, right? Yeah, it's like a little mini doll, but she's got joints, which is what I love about these dolls. And what I like to do with these is take their heads off and put another smaller, like a Chelsea sized doll's head onto this body so that she can articulate herself. And then, so she's like a little kid character still. Because I don't think that these guys look like little kids. They're cute, but I think they look more believable as like teenagers. So
they look like LOL dolls.
LOL dolls, yeah, they kind of remind me of those.
So, teenager.
And look at her shoes. They're like, one is blue and one is yellow, and they're like jelly beans. They remind me of jelly beans. This is so cute. Hold on, I gotta pull her out real quick. Come on, lady. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up putting her head on a bigger body. I really wanna put her head on a petite body to make her look like a teenager, but problem is ain't no petite body in the skin tone, and it doesn't quite exactly match the petite bodies that are available in brown. It's like slightly off, not so much that I think it would probably be really noticeable if you took pictures, but like my eyes can tell the difference, so it's distracting. But it looks so good though. I like dressed up one of these dolls in a petite body with the head on that body, and like just to see what she would look like. And I was like, yup, that's where you're supposed to be at. She looked like a straight up teenager with the taller body. And her head is big, so she's okay. The dimensions are okay on those bigger bodies. But the one that I have, I put her onto a like a slender kind of, like, what do you call those bodies? Like a pivotal model muse articulated body, and this head, and she's like real tall and slender like a supermodel. It's a little strange because I really think it looks better with the petite, but I mean, she making it work. Okay. I think I posted a picture of her before. Okay, here's the other thing that was inside of the box. I don't know what's, inside of the packaging. Let's pull it out. Okay. Come on, mister. Get out of here. Oh, wow. This is a Naturalistas doll, which I don't have any of. I was on the fence about whether or not I wanted to get them because I feel like I don't have enough information on them, and I wanted to learn more about their hair quality before I got them. But now I guess I can just open her up and find out. And they don't have these dolls in my region, so inside the stores, I haven't seen any of them inside the stores. So it's not, I can't even like go to the store and look at it through the box or anything like that. Okay, I want to open her up, but before I do, let me open the rest of this stuff up so we can see what else is in here. All right, here we go. Did I miss a comment? Let me see. Let me see right quick. Let's see. Tevin said, I will tell you, you'll love them all. I don't know I will, because everything you send me for the most part, I feel like you just kind of know what I want to explore. So all the stuff that he sent me has made it into my collection and are staying there. Tevin said that is one of the extra minis I bought at Sister's Walmart for $1. But old school Kelly would work with those bodies too. I don't have any of those. Oh, actually, you know what? I do, but I'm not gonna open it. I have a what do you call it? It's like a little gift set with Wizard of Oz and Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Lion, and the Scarecrow, and they're all Kelly dolls. And they're like dressed up in the outfits and stuff. I found it at a thrift store. Can you believe that? Unopened. It's still in its like regular original condition. And I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan. So I was like, I'm gonna have it. But I was thinking if I should unbox them or not. But I want to save them to unbox when we move from here to a bigger place where I can have a proper doll room. And then unbox them, because I'm afraid that I will lose like some of the costume pieces or a doll or parts or something like that if I take them out here where I feel more cramped. I don't know why. I don't know why I think that. It's not like my house has like all these people just all up in it. It's just me and my kids and my husband, and then our friends come and go. But I'm just paranoid. I'm just paranoid, and I don't want to take the chance that in the moving process itself, I could lose any parts of that set because I'll be so devastated. Nah. So I'm not gonna open it. Yeah, but I am gonna open it. Eventually, I'm gonna open it and take it out and display it just out without the box. But for now, they're okay trapped in the box, and I keep them in my kitchen so I don't have to look at them all the time, because them being trapped in the box gives me anxiety. Like I want to take them out so bad. So I have to leave them in the kitchen, like on a wall that I don't really pay attention to that much, so that when I want to look at them, I can go and look at them on purpose because I thought about them, as opposed to just seeing them while I'm doing stuff around the house and be like, oh, I want to take it out of the box. I can't deal with it. Okay, so Florida Fox said, I love your hair. Thank you. Minnie G said, I remember you sharing those. Timothy's Toy Therapy said, and Minnie G said, the concern for the smallest of minis are real. Okay, we're going to open up something else.
This is as far as I got.
Okay, can you show me that later, though, when I'm not doing this? That'd be nice, okay?
Can I show you viewers?
Later. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, hold on a second. I see a note. Y'all. I see a note. It's a secret message. I'm buying. Dear Gypsy, I wanted to send you a fun package with a couple of dolls you have yet to still find in your area. But as for me, I have seen and bought these dolls at several Walmarts, with 2 out of my city, but still in the South. I know you will appreciate all of them, and the bonus fashion pack I will include in this package. Tevin. You're right, bro. You're right. And this is the fashion pack right here on top that he's referring to, which is from the Naturalistas line. Oh, these shoes are bigger than I expected for them to be. I might have some dolls that could fit these shoes. That would be kind of cool if they can. Wow. Okay, so this is what the outfit looks like. It's the 2-piece outfit. It's like a little top with one side, just one shoulder, and then the pants, they go all the way down. They're not like capris. I see they have pockets on the side, so I wonder about the quality. I haven't seen any of these products, so I have no idea what they're like. And then the bag looks like a coffee cup, a phone, and then the shoes that are supposed to go with the outfit, and glasses up at the top. So we'll open that up. We'll try it on somebody, because I'm sure somebody could fit it. All right, and then let's open up another one. Goodness gracious, what? All this stuff you done sent. Oh my goodness. Let me see. I'll slide it out. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is cute. I think that's the one that Janine has too. Is this the one that you use for your mini-me? This is cute. What is her name? I don't know what her name is. Oh, Penny. What's the other one's name? Does she have a name on the box? Leah or Laya or something? I'm really curious about their hair, so I want to take them out and check the hair quality out. And then, and look at their face sculpts to see how they look. And then the last thing I see here, unless I missed something, take it out of the packaging, that is. Or don't. I kind of like slide it out. But I'm slow. Okay. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. This is a Fresh Squad guy, Khalil, that I could not find in my area or online for that matter. And I was saying before, I need like 3 of these because I definitely can use them as a body donor. So this is really good. Oh my goodness, thank you. And actually, when he was Malik, before they changed his identity, Tevin actually has sent me one then too. So now this is my second one from him. And that one, I think, yeah. Why did they change the name? Why did they change the name of the character when it's the exact same character? Like, I'm confused. Did we miss something? Are they supposed to be different people? Because they look exactly the same. I don't know. That's confusing, but yeah, it's the same character though. And supposedly he's got some good joints. So we're going to open him up and see what kind of joint action he's working with. Okay. Let me read more comments. My O2 dolls are too high for me to reach for the same reason. Flora says, do you think the live action Ariel dolls will be good? John said, I wonder if that Naturalista outfit will fit on your Wakanda doll. That's a good question. And I wonder if her shoe would fit on her. Well, let's find out. Let's open it up and find out. Okay, the question you asked about the Ariel live action characters, I don't know. I mean, I hope that they would do a good job with it, but we just don't know when it comes to these products until we see them, because it depends on who's going to have the licensing to produce them. It depends on how much of a likeness they're going to use to the characters' face sculpts, like, the actual people who are playing those parts. How dedicated are they going to be to sculpting it to be like really close to their likeness? If I wish and I hope that if Mattel or even Integrity came out with a live action Ariel doll, would probably be dope if they kept the actress's face sculpt unique. If they do that, because she's really beautiful, so like, her as a doll would be amazing. And with the red dreads, like, that would be so next level. When you redress the doll, she gonna look so unique. For me, because I just don't do that, I'm not gonna be, if they made a doll like that, I wouldn't be keeping her as Ariel, because I don't give a damn about Ariel. I don't care about the movie, so like, I don't care. And I'm not like a fan of this particular actress in general as a musician or as an actress, because I don't know her like that. I'm not familiar with her work like that, so that's not what it would be based on to me. So like, I would definitely, if it existed, she would not be in her mermaid's tail. Okay, she would be totally redressed, restyled, and just killing it. But like, she would just be a regular girl, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that's just me, but I would love to have one if that could exist. Hell yeah. But only if they do a good job with the face sculpt, man. Because if they don't use a unique sculpt for her and then and try to say that it's Ariel, like, I'm gonna be like, missed opportunity. If it's a dope sculpt, though, I mean, you never know. It depends. It really depends on the sculpt. I feel like with Mbili sculpt, when they do collector level type dolls, or like when they use those, that one, and like Goddess, when they use those to depict celebrities, they can capture the vibe of the person pretty well, so it doesn't look too bad. Like, what was that doll? Ava something, the film director lady. They didn't give her a sculpt for her actual face. They used a sculpt that was already in existence, but they, like, the face up, the way they did the hair, the accessories that she came with, the way that she was dressed, really embodied the person she was supposed to be representing. So it didn't really matter that they didn't use her face sculpt for that doll. But you understand what I'm saying? So like, it really depends on what sculpt that they decide. But if they try to use like some generic sculpt that you can just get on a play line and then be like, it's Ariel live action, I'm gonna be like, Mattel, y'all lazy. Get it together, Mattel. Okay, come on now. This is a cute outfit though. It is cute. I like the style of the outfit. I like the style, like the cut of the outfit, and the way the look of it is, like the cargo pants. It looks like something modern that real humans would actually wear in real life. However, with me, I would probably end up splitting these two pieces up. I wouldn't have them on my doll as a one outfit. I would just split them into two different outfits and kind of do it like that, because I don't know what it is. I just feel like matchy things are like, you trying too hard. So even in real life, when I see somebody like dressed from head to toe in like yellow, I'll be like, okay. Like, we know you know your colors, good for you. I'm like, break it up, do something. You get a yellow top, some green pants, a yellow hat, break it up. Like, do something. But that's just me, especially like the prints. You know, when I used to work in this sneaker store that was in the deepest of hoods, almost all of my clientele, no lie, were drug dealers. They were. And I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not saying they were drug dealers because most of them was black. No, I'm saying that because it was smack dab in the middle of an impoverished neighborhood with no job opportunities, barely any educational opportunities, and a very volatile, dangerous, crazy environment that these people are living in, growing up in, and they got to do what they got to do to survive. So it's not even so much that people are selling drugs because they're trying to be tough guys. Like, these kids these days, this rap culture, they They don't even need to sell drugs half the time. They don't even need to. They just want to go hustle and be tough because they think that's going to make them like seem important on the streets. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about a different era, y'all. She's so thick. Look at this. She's so thick that these pants do not want to go up any mouth. But we're gonna keep pressing it, okay? Oh Jesus, it's a tight squeeze. It is a tight. Oh Lord. Woo. Goodness gracious. I thought these things were gonna pop, but they look good on her though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. They look good on her. It's a good fit. It's a nice fit. She's so bootylicious, y'all. This doll, I swear. This doll is so bootylicious. It's not even funny, all right? It's not even funny. And I know they did it on purpose. This was in the design of the body mold. They were like, no, let's bring that booty out a few millimeters. Just a smidge, just a tiny bit. Move the cursor. There you go, right there. That's good, right there. That's good. Okay, so the top fits, I think, pretty good. Let me just readjust. Hello. Betty Nye. Yeah, it fits pretty good. It's a good look. The only thing I would change about this outfit is their symbol all over it. I know we all want to be Gucci. I know. But let them be Gucci, okay? Do your own thing. I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a stereotypical trend that you would expect to see if you were to like see how like the typical black woman would choose to dress herself if she was picking out an outfit to wear, and like you're just watching like a movie where she's like, yeah, I'm gonna wear this, girl, and this is what she picks out to wear that's got prints of like words and lettering all over it. It just seems like that to me, and I feel like we could be a little more creative than that, like, you know what I'm saying? So if it was a print of some kind of graphic, that might probably be better, or like, you know, polka dots or something like that, or stripes. But the way that the lettering looks, you can't really tell that it is actually a letter because it just looks like symbols. So you can kind of still get away with it without it being like, oh, you just have a bunch of N's all over your clothes. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I'm like one of those people where like there's letters on my clothes and I don't know why those letters are there. Just something about it is very distracting to me. Pictures are okay, but like just random letters, like I'd be like, And then like when I'm wearing clothes that are like name brand clothes and the letter, the monogram is all over the clothes, it's so distracting. It's like, okay, we get it. It's Gucci, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, relax. That's how I feel. So that's why I just think like that. But that's just my personal opinion. But I like the way that it looks. I love the cut. And the fabric feels like it's good quality. I think so. It's not like stretchy. This is not stretchy fabric here. And the pockets are sewn on. They're not working pockets, but the flap does open, like as if it would open, right? Yeah, it's some craftsmanship that has gone into this outfit, so I'm okay with that. Let me see if these shoes will fit. I wish. I hope so. Ooh, it's tight, but not to the point where she can't get away with it. She can definitely get away with it. Yeah, she can get away with these. Here they go. And her feet are like massive. So she can't wear Barbie doll's shoes, for those of you who are interested in this doll. This doll was created by the same company that makes Fresh Dolls. So Fresh Dolls is this brand here that Tevin just sent to me. So this brand has girls, of course, and the girls, their feet are pretty big too. But yeah, so that brand, this is like a collector version of the doll that they're creating from that brand, basically. So we got a little fusion going on here, Fresh Dolls with Naturalistas. And she can hang out over here for a second while we open up the rest of these, because I really, really want to feel these girls' hair. I'm so curious. I got questions here that I'm missing. Wait a minute. Okay, so. Wait a minute. There's a lot of stuff I'm missing. Dang! Goodness gracious. How did I miss all these comments? All right, here we go. So, Janine said, yeah, I use her. The best way to describe at least Penny's hair texture is abundant and wire-like, but it is easy to style. That's an interesting way to describe it. I don't think I've ever heard anybody describe doll hair like that. Dean Barnett said, I finally managed to catch a live chat. Hi, welcome. Naturalisa's clothing is pretty good quality too. And I want to see what the quality of the clothes are that's actually on the dolls as well. Let's find out. Let us find out, y'all. Come on, open up. Stop being so hard-headed. Goodness gracious. Wow, look at those feet. Yo, these feet are not a joke, okay? These feet are not a joke at all. Oh my goodness. My goodness. What is happening here? Let's see. Come on, I gotta like cut all these little plastic tabs off. And y'all know I don't be liking to watch people do box openings. So that's why I don't like do all that stuff on camera, because who cares? And that's all that is. All right, she comes with some little shoes. All right, let's see what we're working with, little girl. Let me see. This little girl, the one in my hand. All right, this one is the Penny character, and definitely has a huge fro, and it doesn't feel as bad as I thought that it would feel based on like pictures that I saw and some videos, but I see there's some shedding going on, so I wouldn't be surprised if you had to kind of like, you know, kind of like comb through the hair, like finger comb through the hair to get it straightened out so the straight pieces come off. And then she's wearing a two-piece outfit. It's like purple and white tie-dye-ish, kind of looking like colors, like it looks like clouds of purple on the clothing. And then you see what I'm saying, like this whole Naturalisa's on the shirt, to me that's like corny. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not necessary, you know what I'm saying? Just put the outfit on her and let the outfit do what it's going to do, because maybe I don't want this name all the way. Like, I hate when Barbie makes clothes that say Barbie on it. Like, it's so annoying. I'll be like, I know it's Barbie, calm down, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, just something about that is like annoying to me. But I mean, people wear shirts that say Nike on it. So it's a thing, you know what I'm saying, for fashion brands to put their name on the actual clothing where you can see it. So I get it, but I just don't like it. These shoes are like a pink, I guess they're like a sandal, high heel feet. They don't look so big in the shoes, the feet, I mean. But without the shoes, I'm so used to Barbie's dimensions. I'm like, girl, you got some long feet. And she's got very basic articulation. So if you're the kind of person like me who likes to have their like main stash of dolls with joints, then you probably will most likely want to give her a different body. And her head is really hard, so you're gonna have to heat the head up in order to remove her from this body for sure. Do not try to pop the head off or you're gonna break some.
Is there anyone named Diana in your thing?
Oh no, girl.
They subscribe to me and they subscribe to Hey Barbie Girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people online like dolls and toys. All right, we're gonna open up this other one. Let's see how her sister is looking. Let's find out. Oh, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Am I missing a comment? Because every time I look down, I feel like I'm like missing all these comments, and then I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh. Tevin said, I currently have 2 Khalil bodies stashed. Now I'm trying to find the Rock the Bells Anthony. Some Walmarts have those now, but Dr. Lisa didn't give us enough information on those. Why are the Fresh Squad guys so freaking hard to find? Like, they're producing the dolls, clearly, because they have prototypes that they're like promoting on their page and stuff. Where are they at? Where are they available at that's actually in stock? Like, you gotta be like a magician trying to find some of them boys. Like, the girls be all over the place, but the boys are so freaking hard to find. I don't know why. Like, and then some places where they do show up, they're like, it's like all their stock is right there. Every single one that exists is only concentrated in this one little area in the United States. And if you don't live in that area, then good luck. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, bro, like, you guys have a whole website. Why don't y'all never have nothing in stock in your website? What do you even have a website for? Like, do y'all actually sell this product or not? You know what I mean? I'm confused. Like, I'm so confused. I don't get it. Why don't we do something about that? Make your stuff accessible. It's not like they're like high-end collectible toys. They're just playline dolls. They're just toys for children. Like, what are y'all doing? I'm confused. Am I crazy because I'm confused? She definitely got way more hair on her head, though. I know that's for sure. Let's see. We're almost out. You're almost free. Come on, you can do it. Just try. You can do it. Put your all into it, okay? Okay. Oh, she look a little bootylicious over here. Hold on a second. Guys, don't worry. I already know I'm a perv. Alright? Don't worry. You're not telling me nothing I don't know. What do you think? I was born yesterday? What do you think? I just figured out I'm a perv yesterday? Nah. Okay. She is right here. And I do like the skin tone a lot. The skin tone is very deep brown. It reminds me of the wheelchair fashionistas Barbie with the Made to Move body. I don't know if that's a match for this doll. I'm just saying the deepness of her color reminds me of that particular doll. And let me see how they compare. Oh, very similar. Yeah, that's what's up. Very similar colors, but slightly different. This one's a little more reddish undertones, but very similar in the deepness of the brown. So I like that, and I like that, you know, these doll companies are pushing their limits with just being bold about making dark skin dolls, because dark skin is so beautiful. It's not represented enough. Like, mainstream wise, is really not. Like, have you guys seen a person with really dark skin in person? Like, actually been around them? Their skin is like so flawless a lot of the time. It's very smooth. It's like all one even tone and just very smooth. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just very smooth. You really want to like touch it because it's so smooth and pretty looking. Like, I don't know, but I always like this kind of skin tone. It's really pretty. Let me see if their faces look different. What do you guys think? Do you think they have the same face sculpt? Is it showing? I don't know. My camera doesn't like to focus if it sees faces in the background, so I'm trying to hide. But do they look like they might be the same sculpt with different face ups? To me, they look very similar. Yeah, from the side, they look like the same profile. I think they are the same sculpt. And her hair. I don't know what this look is, y'all. I've never seen a look like this on nobody. Nobody. Like, it's very flat here because it was inside the box, but I'm trying to fluff it out so you guys can kind of get an idea. The hair, it's afro texture, and it feels very like coarse, like believably coarse, and it's many different lengths. Up here it's very short. Back here is I don't know what this length is, like a medium length, but here is very long. Like, look how long it is. What are we supposed to be doing here? How is this supposed to be styled? Somebody please tell me, because I'm not sure what a child would be thinking that they should be doing with this execution of the hair. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Naturalistas, fill us in. What was the goal here? So somebody tried to say to me, right, guys, this is before I had any of these dolls. I was critiquing what I was seeing and some of the questions I had about the doll, right? Somebody said in the comments something to this effect. you could tell who don't know about black people hair, because if you knew anything about an afro, you'd know you don't just wake up like that. You gotta pick it out, you gotta do this, you gotta do that to get your afro looking right. So that's what they were trying to do with these dolls. So you have to style it into, and I was like, do you work for this company? How do you know? First of all. Second of all, if I'm gonna market something mainly based on the hair texture, because that was the focal point of the marketing, right? Not that they were black girls in different skin tones, that they were supposed to be like showing you natural hair. You know what I'm saying? If I was a mom and I bought this for my daughter so that she could have a reflection of her natural hair, like, she would be frustrated. She would be confused. She would be coming up to me like, what am I supposed to do with this doll's hair? Like, well, how do you make it look nice, mom? Because where are you going like this? Right? So my response to this lady was like, what are you talking about? Like, if Mattel comes out with a doll that has a big bushy curly head of hair and then tells you this doll is supposed to have braids, are you going to sit there and braid the doll's hair up before you play with it so you can get the look that they were trying to... What? I was like, that you would think that was crazy. What are you talking about? I'm like, don't be giving people excuses just because you feel like it. No, explain. What was this? You know what I mean? What is this execution? So that's something that concerns me, because if you're going to be focusing on a specific thing, like, that's like me saying this doll is coming with these beautiful elegant fashions, but instead of giving you the beautiful elegant fashions out of the box, I'm stripping everything apart and then saying you sew it together yourself, and then when you're done it's going to be like a beautiful fashion. But you didn't market it to me like that. I didn't know I was supposed to do that but that wasn't part of the gimmick. When you were telling me about this product, you did not say brace yourself. When you purchase it, you're going to have to take all the clothes apart and put it all back together yourself, and then she'll look like how the promo pictures look. Like, am I bugging? Am I bugging? Am I going crazy? You know what I mean? Like, come on, you guys. Let's not do that. Let's not do this. You know what I mean? The only thing I don't like about the outfit is the logo placement all over. I feel it's too much to look at. So that's Janine saying that. And Tevin said, many of these new rappers be faking it. They do. They not tough. Minnie G said, same reaction I had when trying that outfit on my curvy girl. And Tevin said, there are several dolls that match, but Penny and Laya. Penny also matches the new curvy looks as well. Penny matches the new curvy looks. What? Which one is that? Which one is the new curvy looks doll? The tan one? Frida? I think Frida's really orangey brown next to Penny, but that can't be the one you're talking about. Black soccer player and many other MTMs with that skin tone. And crossing season of the doll is blessed. Tevin said, I wonder, will the shoes fit the Wakanda doll? Yeah, it did, right? It's definitely fashion Nova looking. Janine, you mean like, okay, you guys talking to each other. The regular fresh doll have smaller feet and those can fit Barbie shoes. That's good to know. Tevin said Khalil's feet can fit the new Hot Wheels skate sneakers that come with the skateboards. Oh, wait, what? They come with sneakers? Those are new and $2.97 at Walmart. I just bought some more recently. Oh, say word. I didn't even know those existed. No, I kind of did know, but I never saw any images of them, so I wasn't really even thinking about them until you just mentioned it. Okay, Florida said we need Ariana Grande Barbie. John said I can't wait to get one. I like the bald one. I like the way the bald one looks too. Duvasay said Fresh Dolls and Naturalies are separate companies. Yeah, they're two different companies. Flora said a Lady Gaga Barbie. J Payne, hi. I want the bald one too. Tevin said I rebodied my other Penny on the curvy looks and I turned her hair into locks. You turned her hair into locks? You know, this hair texture might be fun to do stuff like that with, to like switch it up and do different things, different natural styles, like twists and things like that. So that might be a good way to do it with that hair, so you don't have to like root it into the doll's head. If you're trying to go with a look like that, that might be fun to try out. I'm supposed to have Kelsey come in the mail from Amazon coming tonight. Dean said I cannot find any of the Fresh Squad guide dolls in the Atlanta, Georgia area, unfortunately. Sweet Earth said maybe they're doing pre-orders. Tevin said Khalil is out of stock at my local Walmart, but I already bought many at that one. Dang, really? Tevin finds everything, you guys. Like everything. I don't know. All the stores in his area just be having them there, and they'd be always like on sale. Lion matches the dark skin hiker and yoga. There's another body everybody mine's on that's not MTM, but still the dark skin hiker. Dark skin hiker. I think I have that body. And then Tevin said their faces are different. I think has the Dana face and Penny has a Petey face. Dark skin naturally looks super moisturized. Yeah, I don't know what it just glistens, right? It just glistening in the sun. But like, you wouldn't think so, because the darker the skin tone, you would think like if it would look dry, it would look ashy. But bruh, like some of these people I've seen with dark skin, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. And it's like, I don't even know if they know. Do people who have dark skin know how pretty their skin is? I saw this lady at Walmart one time who, like, she was like this complexion. She had like these big round eyes, and she had like braids in, and she was just minding her business, just shopping. And then I kept seeing her as I was like walking by doing my shopping, but I could not stop staring at her. So she like walked up closer by where I was at, so we were gonna pass each other. So I had to say something to her. I was like, lady, if you think I'm looking at you, I am. I was like, I am staring at you, but I'm staring at you because I cannot get over how pretty you are. And she was like, oh man. I was like, yeah, your skin is so pretty. I was like, oh my goodness, I know you hear all the time. She's like, no, I never hear that. I'm like, really? She was like, no, you're the first person that told me that. I'm like, they hating, okay? Because your skin is so pretty. Like, I can't stop looking at you. And she was like, nah, I'm good. She ended up giving me her phone number, so we're friends. But I was like, where did you come from? Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's see. Sweet Earth said Afro mullet. It's the new hairstyle, Afro mullet. I'm almost afraid to like mess with it too much because I don't know if it's gonna come out. It feels like kind of tangled down here, so I don't want to like damage anything. So I'm just trying to be kind of gentle, but it's concerning because I'm like, who came up with this style? You know what? Let me hold on a second. This is another. I'm very confused because when I look at this picture here, look at how her hair looks in the picture. It looks like it's gonna be very full, and like the length is going from the top to the bottom. It looks cool in the picture. I'm just very confused. Guys, behave, okay? You guys behave. Anyway, I'm just a little bit confused as to how they got this look. How I can't even do it. I can't, y'all already know how I am. I gotta keep it real, all right? I just got to keep it real. It has nothing to do with the brand, y'all. This has nothing to do with the brand, okay? I appreciate what they're trying to do. I do. I appreciate your message. I appreciate what you stand for. I appreciate what you're trying to get at. I'm just saying the execution matters, all right, Lamely? You know what I'm saying? All right, Fresh Dolls, it matters. So that's what I'm saying. I need the hair to be like on point. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to do all of this freaking salon session with the doll when you're telling me that I can pull the doll out the box, give it to my kid, and she's gonna be like, ooh, representation matters. Yay, this doll's like me. I love her hair. Like, I'm trying to have that vibe, but my daughter is gonna be like, mother, why does it seem like she is in costume for her role as the psycho killer that's chasing everybody out of the movie theater? Like, what's happening, Mom? She's gonna question my decision to pull this out and be like, yeah, does this represent? You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, you guys. All right, don't come for me. I'm just keeping the Rizziels, you know. A lot of potential. They just have to get the hair right. The very thing that you're promoting as the reason why I should be buying this product, I need you to just get that one thing right. Everything else that's a little bit off, I can deal with it. But that one thing, because if I change this whole doll's body and switch all her clothes out, the head, it has to be consistent, right? So most people are buying these dolls for the head. They're going to take the head off and then customize, do what they're going to do, and bring the doll to life. The last thing they're trying to do is just give it a whole different hairstyle completely from the way that she came when you marketed it to me as the hair was. That's like this. If you want to tell me that the doll got twists in the hair, she better have some twists in her hair. Because if I get this doll and she's got hella bald spots and raggedy hair texture and the length is all over the place, I'm gonna be concerned. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna notice. I'm gonna be looking at you funny, like, I thought you said the doll had dreads, and I should be like all excited that I get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? That's all I'm saying. I'm being practical here. It kind of reminds me of the rock band Kiss. Y'all got jokes. Minnie said her hair reminds me of Eddie Murphy's fiance from Coming to America. Oh my gosh. Florida said Barbie needs a reboot. Jay said, did you get my inbox message? I'm not sure, and I don't know how to check while I'm doing these lives, so I have no idea, because I'm clumsy and I'm gonna press the wrong button and I'm gonna kick myself out of my own live, which I've done multiple times in the past. And I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to upgrade myself. So I can't commit to being able to multitask. But I will check. I will check when we're done here. Oh, she's got earrings. Okay. Are these earrings that come in and out of the doll's ears, or? Oh, they are. Okay, they're like, look, can you see them? They're so tiny. Let me put them back in so you can see how they look. They just look like little studs. Just like, you know, back in the day, the 90s Barbies, how they used to have just like a little stud. That's how those look. And her earrings are hoop earrings, which I love. I love hoop earrings. So definitely these clothing pieces can be swapped around from doll to doll to get some fashion out of that. Let me see how these shoes look on her big old feet. Yeah, let me see. Remy. The shoes are brown, so they almost blend with her skin color. They're a little, like, slightly, I want to say they're a little bit lighter than her skin tone, but very similar color, so it just blends in, kind of. To me, that's what I think. But they're very high heels, and she's got a little purse and her little short mini skirt. She kind of reminds me of, like, a Tina Turner vibe, the way that she's dressed in her big old hair. I don't know. Maybe it's a wig. Maybe it's not really her hair. Maybe she's just being kooky and crazy because it's club night. She's like, I don't care. Whatever. I'm just trying to be dramatic today. Okay, sis? Maybe that's what's going on here. That could be what's going on. And she's got a little fanny pack type of bag. What do they call these things now? They're not called fanny packs anymore. They're called, I don't know what y'all be calling them. Jai, what is this called?
What?
This bag right here? That's because that's what I call it. What do your friends call them? Do you think Barbie needs a reboot? They're representing just the hair texture and not hairstyles. They did half of the assignment. Girl, you see what I mean? Like, y'all can't be doing that. Y'all can't be doing that. Especially, can't be doing that if you're gonna be talking like you're revolutionizing things, you know what I mean? So like you gotta come with it. You cannot, y'all, these people don't understand. They don't understand. They're not competing with other small doll companies. Like Naturalistas, y'all are not competing with Fresh Dolls. If that's what you think, then y'all need to go back to the drawing board, because somebody done lied to you. You're not competing with them. Fresh Dolls, you guys are not competing with Naturalistas. You guys are competing with Barbie at the end of the day, and there's really no competition. So anyone who's even trying is always gonna lose. But not because Barbie's better, but because Barbie is ruthless. They're ruthless. They're not gonna give you a chance. As soon as you come on the scene trying to make a splash and do something new, they're gonna come back at you with another product that's like mind-blowing, and then everyone forgets that you even exist. They go all rushing back to Barbie, and then you just fizzle out because you can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? So if you were smart, you're going to make sure that whatever it is that you're producing that's in a 12-inch fashion doll play line can compete with Barbie. Not be better than Barbie. What I mean by compete, I mean you need to be complementary to Barbie. So you can't afford to make heads that can't pop off and be switched onto a different body. You can't afford to make clothes or body dimensions that will not fit with the dimensions of the clothing that Barbie already produces. You cannot afford, if you want to succeed and long term, not just be here for 5 minutes and be gone tomorrow. I mean, you want to stay. You can't let your egos get in the way of how you design your product. You have to design the product to complement Barbie, because Barbie collectors, the adults who spend the bulk of the money on these products, they ain't playing around. We take our hobby extremely seriously. We are not playing around. People are investing real dollar bills. People have straight up doll funds where they just throw money into a stash and save it just so they can splurge when something fantastic comes out that's like an exorbitant price and it just catches you off guard. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand your market. You need to understand who your audience actually is that you're playing to. Yeah, it's all good to say, oh, it's a toy, it's for kids. But can we all be honest here? Get out of here. If you really believe it was just for toys, you wouldn't be sponsoring adult doll collector channels and basically asking those people to do reviews for your product to reach an audience, because you know damn well that it's not a bunch of parents watching our videos. It's not a bunch of parents watching my channel. It's other doll collectors who are adults that watch my channel. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same way for a lot of other creators like Barbie's GPF, Suresh NY. I don't remember if he changed the name of his channel, but you know Suresh, and even Tevin, even who do you call it? I dolled it for you, Trees. Like there's so many of them. I know they're not all popping into my head right at this moment. Artie, like these people are not out here catering to children. We're talking to other adults, and they have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of followers, of views. They're really influencing the doll game. You know what I'm saying? Like how people collect, what we do with our collections. Remember, there was a time when it was very taboo to behead your dolls and switch the bodies out of their original state. Not that long ago. But you know why that's not a thing anymore? Because of us influencers. We got online. We're talking to you guys. Oh, this is what I do with my doll. This is how I do it with my doll. I don't care if I take the head off. Whatever. Here's an easier way to take the head off. Oh, you can do it. You can cross hybrid your dolls between brands. You don't even got to stick with this one brand. Like, we popularized that. You understand what I'm saying? So these people don't understand how much influence we collectors have on each other and how we spend our money, and they trying to get a piece of this money. So if you're trying to do that, then you need to do it correct. I'm not saying this to like criticize these companies in a negative way. I'm actually saying this to help y'all. If you was smart, you listen. I'm trying to make you some money and I ain't getting nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? So the reality of it is, it's just natural for people to compare all of these products to a Barbie doll, because Barbie is our standard, and that's not going to change. Barbie is too massive of a company and had way too much of a head start years wise. They've perfected it. They know what they're doing. Even the things they do wrong, they're not doing it wrong because they don't know any better. They're just doing it wrong because they don't give a damn. They don't care. That's why. They don't have to. That's why. You see what I'm saying? Do you think Barbie doesn't know that the Tooth Fairy doll with this Carl face sculpt has crappy hair quality, and that any collector in his right mind is going to take that doll out the box and be like, y'all slacking? They know. But do you think that stopped them from charging you $55 for that doll? No, they don't care, because they know you're going to buy it. You see what I'm saying? So they can afford to slack. They can afford to, because we're not going anywhere. We're addicted to this hobby. We're not going anywhere. So they already know they got us. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, they'll treat us by giving us lines like the Barbie looks that just give us everything we want. And we're like, yeah, finally. Oh, they're listening. And then they'll just go off the radar again for a little while and ignore all of our demands. That's just what this is. It's like a weird game they like to play with us. It's very toxic. If Mattel was like a boyfriend and we were the girlfriends, like, gosh, Mattel, you are really like abusive. You're like a psychological abuser. But what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because you believe that whatever Mattel says, as far as like, you know, well, you can't get anyone better than me. Like, you believe it. So you just be like, okay, whatever, I'll put up with your nonsense. You know, that's how I feel sometimes when I think about Mattel. But anyway, so as a company that is trying to push your product that's very similar to a Mattel product, you have to keep in mind that you're competing with Mattel, not the other smaller companies. We don't care about the smaller companies, because I don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. I really don't. Even if you were popular, you could still fizzle out. If you don't have the funding to keep yourself going, if you have too much of a gap in time between releases of things and people just kind of forget about you, like any number of reasons outside of the fact that people didn't like the product. That's just one part. What if people like products and they still will fizzle out? Whatever happened to what are they called? I want to say Moxie and Liv dolls. those were pretty popular dolls, but where they at? You know what I'm saying? So, nah, you can never sleep. You cannot sleep on Mattel. I don't care what brand you are. If you're in that size range that can share clothing and body parts with Mattel's brands, you gotta be vigilant. You gotta really be having your ear to the Dolly streets and understand what collectors want. That's like, like Rainbow High, when they figured out, okay, we gotta step this quality up. You know what I'm saying? And they executed that hard body. Like, so many people became collectors of Rainbow High that weren't even on their radar. Like, they wasn't even taking it serious. And they just could not ignore the quality. You know what I mean? Will they remain that way? Who knows? We don't know. But I'm just saying, like, that's a good example of somebody who saw the trends and they were like, let me step it up. Now, granted, you can't really swap parts and clothes for Rainbow High with Barbie brand, so they're kind of in their own little segment. But these people that be coming at us with these fashion dolls that are in the 12-inch size range, if they understood that and they applied that to their brands, they would be where, the level of success that Rainbow High has created for themselves in just a short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion on it, you guys. But I don't know. That's just how I'll be looking at things. There's always room for improvement. And you guys know I used to critique Fresh Dolls heavy duty when they first came out with their line, because I was like, y'all can do better than this. Come on now. But this is by the same brand. When I reviewed this doll, did I front, you guys? Did I front? No. If you were watching it, then you know I was keeping it real. I said I'm proud of Fresh Dolls for stepping their game up. Finally. I knew you had it in you. All you had to do was prove it. You know what I'm saying? I was complimenting the work that they did. They did a really good job. In fact, getting this one actually made me interested in getting the other two, even though they weren't really even on my radar at first. So I'm trying to be fair. You know what I mean? But sometimes the truth just stings. That's all. And people don't want to be exposed to it because it makes them insecure. But I had to do the same thing with myself. I had to tell myself, Gypsy, you got to stop procrastinating and get things done that you want to get done. Because if you keep giving yourself excuses why you can't do it, then you're never going to get it done. And then the misery that you're going to be feeling because you didn't accomplish it, you're not going to like that. You're going to wish you had just sacrificed in the moment when you had the chance, Whose shoes are these? Oh, these are his shoes. What am I doing? Y'all, I'm slow. Why am I so slow? I'm trying to see if these shoes fit this doll. That's what I was trying to do. I got a little confused. Okay. My medication is kicking in. Okay. She can get away with it, I think. Do these have a left and a right foot, though? Maybe. I know my left from my right. Why am I so clumsy? Oh my gosh. Just do it already. Get in there. What is my problem, you guys? Ugh, can somebody tell me? Please. I'm really trying to figure it out. Oh, I gotta show you guys something real quick. Okay, lady, just hang on, hang tight. Alright, so she can fit the shoes, and it's not, her foot mold isn't exactly the right shape for these shoes, but we can work with it. You know what I mean? It's better than being barefooted. Right, girl? I named her Naru. And I gave her some little baby hairs on the edges of her forehead. Okay. And her earrings are actually not real. Those earrings are not piercings. They're just a big ball of puffy paint drops. White paint. That's all that is. But the puffy paint dries in 3D, so it looks like earrings. It's not really. And let me see how you look. Okay, let me see how you look. Oh, I heard somebody saying that this version of his face looks more like a cartoon, more cartoony than the first wave. And I see what they're talking about. I know it's a little bit hard to see because my camera is not trying to focus because it's hard-headed. I like how soft his braids are. They're very soft. I didn't expect for them to be soft like that. This texture actually feels a little different. Is this different than the first wave doll? I don't know. It feels kind of different. To me, it feels a little bit softer. Maybe I'm bugging. I don't know. But I don't remember feeling the other one's hair and being like, ooh, it's nice. I don't remember doing that. So I feel like it might be slightly a different fiber. Or I'm just crazy. And he's got a hoodie on. Does the hood fit on your head? Yeah, it does fit on your head. But his hair's taking up a lot of bulk. So if I put this hoodie on a doll with shorter hair, then it will probably be a little bit better fit for the hood part. And I don't know what this print is on his sweater. I don't know what you call this. It's like paint splashes, kind of. That's how it looks to me. J Paints it is. If anyone is looking for the curvy Barbie Extra, she might be a penny. I'm not sure if it's a typo or something. I missed it, but it's on Toys R Us. Check it out after the live. Oh, word. Sweet Earth said it looks like they renamed Malik. Yeah, I don't know why. Why did they do that? And is there a reason why they give them Arabic names though? Is that on purpose? Did you guys know like a lot of like traditionally black names are actually Arabic names and Muslim names? A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. Let me see. Someone posted concept images of a Tina Turner Barbie. Somebody has one. One of my viewers showed me their Tina Turner Barbie, I think. Who has that doll? Whose page did I see it on? Was it Timothy? Let me see. Yo, someone posted concept image. Okay, I read that. Crossbody bag. Yeah, is that what they call it now? A crossbody bag. Fanny pack. That's what we used to call it. And that's what I'm gonna call it till the day I die. Jay said, okay, I read that one. Okay. So this guy, I'm gonna see what kind of joints he has. So I'm gonna take this off. And y'all, I don't know what is going on. My vision is like deteriorating so bad. Oh my gosh. Like I'll be having like, there's like, it's like this, like the shape of a boomerang, like a fuzzy, like something, just an obstruction in my view that is like slowly growing over time. And I have diabetes. So I think that I have some nerve damage in my different parts of my body that are being affected by the diabetes. But all those months that I went not taking pills and like skipping meals and doing all this crazy stuff, I think is like taking a toll on my vision, because I swear like it's so hard for me to like see certain things. I just see this like fuzzy blind spot where I know it shouldn't be there, and I can see that it's growing slowly. So like sometimes my eyes are just bothering me and it's so annoying. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this guy, it looks like he has a double joint in his arm. However, I don't know how flexible it really is, because the kind of the vinyl that his body is made of, it's like, you know, that hollow plastic vinyl that the fashionistas dolls have. So when you try to bend it, it's kind of like very stiff, you know what I mean? So I don't want to press it too much because I don't want it to break. But you hear it like it cracking and stuff. Yeah, so even though he does have the double joints, I don't know how much more flexibility he's getting from them because of the way that they executed the material that they're using for this. With the Made to Move bodies, the material, it's vinyl, but it's not the hollow kind of vinyl. It's like, you know, almost, I'm not gonna say it's rubbery, like you can actually move it around and flex it. It's not to that level. But if you heat it, then you would be able to move it around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's a little bit slightly softer and it's not hollow. So it can bend. It has flexibility. So you get the maximum range of motion with those joints. So with these joints, they look good. They look very functional. But to me, I don't think that they're way more functional than the usual arm that this guy would come with. Like this one, I think this might be originally a fresh doll body right here. Or I mean a fresh squad body. And see how his arm, it goes up this much. And then this guy's, let's see how much more it goes up. Yeah, it's a very slight difference, you see? Very slight difference. But it's not bad. It just doesn't have the same range of motion that you would expect from an actual made to move joint that is a double joint like such. You feel me? Look at that. What? Okay. And he's like, almost, not quite. Show off. so so there's a difference, you know what I mean? But it's because of the hardness of this vinyl, and it doesn't have as much give in the vinyl. I gotta go, dear. I need to do laundry. The real world. I wish I could just stay with my dogs and dolls. What time is it? I'm not even keeping track of the time. I wish you much peace and love. Thank you so much, John Irwin. I really appreciate you saying that, and I always appreciate you guys sending me your positive vibes.
Since there's more people in your life, can you tell them to subscribe to my channel?
Okay. Jayu Jackson, my lovely daughter, would like to invite you all to subscribe to her growing brand new channel on YouTube called Jackson Art. That's Jaxin. Art, like an artist. Thank you very much. It's a kid-friendly channel, so you probably would like to pass that information down to your kids. Anyway, let's see. Tevin said, I will tell you, new Fresh Squad is a better quality than the old ones. Yeah, I do like this body better than how they did the ones from before. I think it looks cooler. Look at his little hands. He's funny. Dolls are fun. Let me see how you sit. Sit down. Sit down. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, you don't sit like a kindergartner. Good for you. Why did I take all your clothes off? Oh, because I was trying to look at your body parts. That doesn't sound pervy at all. That's what's up. I gotta show you guys one more thing. Where is it? This. So this is my latest little project that I have ongoing. She is originally what's the name of this character? Bellatrix from Harry Potter. That's the doll that she is. I had to get her from the UK because they don't sell her here for some stupid reason. I don't know if they're gonna release these in America soon, I hope, but I don't know, and I ain't got time to be wondering about it. So I got her from the UK, but I did a little bit of changes to her. The main thing about this doll y'all have to keep in mind, and again, I'm not a reacher, you guys, this is a Mattel brand doll. If I got a critique for you, I got a critique for you. It is what it is. You feel me? But it's not, again, Mattel don't be getting excuses. I can't give Mattel excuses. Like these smaller companies, I can give them a little bit of a leeway, right? Mattel, y'all know better. Y'all know better. Y'all just don't give a hot damn. Like, what is your problem, right? Anyway, so her hair, the quality of it I really like. And this hair, the texture reminds me a lot of the other doll that I have, which is like original Willa Likinson doll. And you know, if you guys follow I Dolled It For You, Trees, her mini-me, the sculpt for that doll's face is the doll that I'm talking about. So I have one of those, and her hair texture is very curly like this, right? These real tight little curls. And so I was thinking of like that hair texture when I saw this doll, and it looks like that hair. The quality of the hair, I think, is slightly teeny bit. It feels a little bit smoother, but it's way stiffer than that doll's hair, and like it doesn't have any like flow to it, you know. And then that's really annoying. Like her hair is so annoying the way that they did it. They did it actually a lot like this. What they did with her hair was they rooted it, the top half a very short length, and then the bottom half they made it so long that it was like going down past her butt. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? What is this, right? I took the hair down, and it was just like half her hair was one length and the other half was like a blunt, longer length. There's not no blending. It's not layered. It's just half and half. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell is y'all doing? I was so pissed. And then the hair was like real stringy at the bottom. Like pieces of it was like hanging off. It was so weird. When I stretched the hair, like the coil, when I stretched it like this, it was reaching like almost down to her knees almost. It was so long, the parts that were in the back of her head. So what I ended up doing was Yeah, ghetto. I took the top half of her hair that was short and then I straightened it with a straightening iron, but I didn't really straighten it straight. I just kind of like relaxed the curls a little bit, stretched the curls out. So you see it's still curly, but it's more like they're more like waves instead in the front part, in the top part. And then the long hair that was in the back, once I had stretched the hair down, let me see. I'll take this out of here. Maybe I can show you. But once I took the hair down and I stretched it, then the length that it reached, I just cut off the excess hair on the longer portion of the hair so it would match the same length as the top part of her hair. If I had cut her hair to match the top part while it was still all curly like that, she'd have way less length on her hair than what she has right now. So that's why I decided to, like, I stretched this part here, and then you'll see it's much curlier on the bottom than it is on the top. So that way I can kind of retain more length of the hair and it will still blend. Now obviously I just took it out of this high ponytail, so it's not really styled, so it's going to be flying all over the place, but you guys get an idea of what I'm saying. Like what the heck, like they just, what were they thinking? You know, there's like a demarcation almost in her head where this top part was this one length, and when before I stretched it, it was even shorter. It was like, because the shrinkage, it was like this, like very short, like almost like an afro, and then the rest of this was like way down here. I was like, y'all need to stop. What are you doing? Mattel, get it together. So it can be salvaged, but you gotta do all of this work to get the hair looking the way you want it to look. And I was just like, thanks, but no thanks. This doll would be a reroot candidate for me. Because I don't even need her to necessarily have this curly hair. I was actually contemplating just completely straightening the hair altogether. But I might still do it if the hair gets on my nerves enough and I just feel like it's too much. But the way that they rooted her hair, it's very, I don't know, like, because it's kind of sparse, the way that they did the rooting job. I wish this thing would focus so you can see. Like, if I block their faces, then maybe. Don't look at those faces. Just look at this face, camera. Okay. Y'all, this is so ghetto. Why did I even try to do that? Like, that's so stupid. What is wrong with me? Can y'all please tell me to stop? Anyway, yeah, so I'll post pictures of her because you can't really see her that clearly here. But anyway, her little jewels, these are not real jewels. Again, once again, my versatile friend Puffy Paint comes to the rescue. They're just tiny, tiny, tiny little dots of silver metallic paint and like a pearly white paint. And I just made a little design. Can I block these guys? I just made a little design so that it looks like a jewel, but it's not real. Come on. Oh, goodness. Y'all, who do I need to cuss out for this thing to work right? I don't know. But anyway, so that's what I did with her. And then I also made her lipstick darker. I gave her some faux piercings here on her eyebrows and her nose. She has like this part here pierced too, but it's all puffy paint. I did not poke any holes in this doll's face. It's all reversible. I can get rid of it if I don't like it, if I change my mind, if I want to change something. And I gave her a couple of studs up her ears. And that's all I've gotten done so far. And then, of course, I put her on a different body. She's actually on a tall body that belongs to the Victoria Sculpt Barbie Looks doll. So it's a good match for her skin tone. And, yeah, this is the tall body. Yeah. So that's what she's living on right now. But I'm also curious how she might look with a curvy body, perhaps. I don't know if I have a body that would match her skin tone as a curvy. So we just gonna have to see. So I'm gonna have to, I gotta clean all of this stuff up, you guys. I have like a huge mess around me. I look crazy up in here. And oh, I gotta show you guys my little Ione. This is my Alice in Wonderland Barbie doll. And I gotta give her an outfit change because she's tired of this dress. But she's so much fun to like handle and photograph and stuff. And then I'm gonna try my best, okay? I'm gonna try my best to make her look like she has some sense, all right? This one, she's not bad because she looks like how she's supposed to look on the, like the promos, you know what I'm saying? The hair looks like how I would expect for it to look when I take it out of the box. So nothing about this is like, I didn't expect this. You know what I'm saying? But this one, she needs help. Okay, she needs some help. So I'm gonna try and spruce her up a little bit and get her together. And then once I do, then I will post the pictures on here and over on Instagram so you guys can take a look and see how they turned out. If I end up rebodying any of them, then I'll let you guys know which bodies I used for them, or you can tell me what bodies to use for them, because I don't know. Hi, Jackson Art. Tevin to the I'm positive that Rock the Bills Anthony will have the same joints as Khalil. You might have to trim Leah's hair some. Yeah, like, I feel like if you knew how to do like cornrows and you had to feed in the braids, like, you know, you gotta start small and work your way down, then perhaps this uneven lengths would be okay because they would just blend into the braids. But they're Barbie doll size, so it's not as easy as it sounds trying to get some realistic looking cornrows in the doll's head like that. You know what I mean? You have to pluck a lot of hair out to get it to look authentic in that tiny, tiny little scale. So, you know, and there's no way these people thought that little girls were going to be putting cornrows in this doll's head. And they were like, we're going to help you out, girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's not what you thought was going to happen. So, it is what it is. Do little girls even cornrow anymore? I feel like back in my day, like I grew up in like the 90s, early 2000s era. Little kids were very independent. They were good at doing all kinds of things that you would not expect for children to be able to do, but they was, and like they were so coordinated. Like, what? When listen, little girls like who live in like urban areas, they were professional quality. Like they were like so good at braiding. Like my cousins, oh my goodness, when I would visit my dad's side of the family, they don't play around with them braids. Like my cousin was doing everybody's braids in the whole house. Like she was just doing everybody's braids, box braids, braids like this, cornrow braids, like designs in the hair. And she was very little at the time. And then when she was a teenager, she was doing all of that stuff. And I would be like, how are you doing that? It's like a magic trick. How did you do that? How did you make the hair look like that? How did you get that? Like, I could not figure it out. I don't know how to braid. I'll be trying with my daughter. It's a shame. It's a damn shame that I had the nerve to call them braids when I'm done. Oh my God. Shame on me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What will my cousins say? No, but seriously, like little kids knew how to braid and it was just normal. My sister could braid. I swear, my sister, she got all the black genes, like all the stuff that like just come natural for black people to do, dancing, sports, athletics, art, performing arts, like all that stuff that you just associate with like black folks are good at that. My sister, she just knew how to do all of that. She like taught herself how to ride a bike. She could swim. She could do everything. I was like, how do you do all of that stuff? But me, I was so just discombobulated. I would just be tripping and falling for no apparent reason, just standing still. And then like I blink and I'm on the floor. And they're like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Ghost push me. Like, leave me alone. So clumsy. So I could never figure it out. Double Dutch. Raise your hand if you know how to jump double Dutch. I can turn double Dutch, but jump it, I was like, like my sister was like, I was like, how do you do that? And she's like, it's easy. I'm like, no, it's not. Why? How you jump in between two ropes at the same time? Like, what are you doing? You're mad coordinated. I don't understand this. Like, she just tried to like break it down to me. She's trying to explain it to me. She was trying to like give me a tutorial. I was like, no, I don't get it. This is ridiculous. I should watch a tutorial on double Dutch. I wonder if I could learn how to do it. One of these days, I'm going to learn how to do double Dutch on my task list, okay? And I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to do it so I can cross it off my list. And I still have to get to the rest of my list that I have for today. This was one of the things on my list, and I have a bunch of other stuff on my list. So, unfortunately, I've got to get out of here and clean the stuff up and then go finish up my list, and then we'll see what else I get to do today, if I have time to do some more things. But hopefully I'll have time to clean these dolls up and get them looking how I need them to be looking so they can join the rest of the Dolly family and photograph them. So cross my fingers, but if not, then probably tomorrow I'll have some time to do that. I'll have to put it on my list for tomorrow because I'm trying to be organized adults, okay? I'm all late. Jay Christensen said, OMG, I caught LOL, finally Gypsy live. Oh, hi. I love when people be like, ooh, I finally got to see you live. And then I'm like, yeah, bye now. 2 seconds later. That's the worst, right? I know. But we're a little bit over our time anyways. I don't have a specific time. It just depends on what I end up having to do. So if I try to go on the lives at least 1 hour, but sometimes I have more time to keep going, and then sometimes I have to like end it because I have to do other things, and then I feel like an hour is already long. I really feel like it should only be 30 minutes. What do you guys think? Right? Like 30-minute lives. That sounds reasonable. Right? I feel like, yeah. But maybe that's because I have a short attention span. That's probably why. Florida Fox, do I want to call? I do want to call. I don't know what I'm going to be able to call, though. That's the problem. So if I can, then yeah, we'll call. But like y'all, I'm so funny. Me and Treese from My Doll Did For You, we were having a conversation last night. And I swear, like, our whole conversation was like a bunch of text messages and us talking into the the recorder at each other. I had to tell her like so many times, like, yeah, sorry, I got interrupted, I gotta go do something first, but I'm gonna be back, I gotta listen to what you're gonna say. And then I'd have to go off and do something, and then I have to come back, and it's like I had like 7 conversations going at the same time. Like, it's people talking to me on Instagram, people talking to me on Facebook, people talking, like, me and Tevin be talking to each other on Facebook, but we also talk to each other on Instagram, but we also talk to each other here on YouTube. So like I'll just have like multiple conversations going on. That's not even counting people who are just in my day-to-day life, and we're not talking about doll stuff. So, and me and her, we weren't necessarily talking about dolls specifically. It was all related, but it was like, it was like a different conversation than just talking about dolls. And Janine does the same thing with me. So I'll have like all these different conversations going on, but that's why I don't talk on the phone that much, because I can't talk on the phone but then also be typing all these different people and then also be doing stuff that I'm doing. Because a lot of times when I'm like talking to you guys online, I'm not just sitting here like talking, like just sitting in one spot talking to you guys. I'm moving. I'm like doing stuff. I'm outside. I'm at my kid's school. I'm at the doctor's office. I'm in the house cooking. Like, I'm like multitasking, doing a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I'm trying to like multitask and get stuff done. Yeah. So I gotta get out of here, and then I gotta clean all of this stuff up. So if you have some messages for me, then throw them over in my DMs or wherever you guys normally talk to me at. And I gotta go. Tevin, thank you so much for these lovely gifts. These are not the only gifts that Tevin has given to me, you guys. He gave me some like dope stuff. One of my favorite things that I got from Tevin was the BMR 1959 Ken with the green hair. Ugh, I love him. He's my baby. I named him Simba, and he's so cute. And I have him modeling like my son's clothes that he makes, that he sews. So he's up on display on like a really high shelf, which is the only reason why he's not over here hanging out with these guys today. But he's like one of my favorite dolls. I love him so much. So yeah, but that's just one of like the many dolls that I have that remind me of Tevin, and now I have these to add to that as well. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys spending time with me and hanging out with me over here. Make sure you follow me on Instagram if you're not already. It's at Broken Dolly TV over there. I also have an alternate channel that I don't really talk about that much, but that's because it's not as active as this one is. This is my main like place where I live online, right? So but the other channel is not about dolls. It's just about me. Like, it's just me just being myself and talking about myself and my life and things that I've learned, things I've experienced, to kind of give perspective to other people who might be going through the same things or trying to counsel someone else through those things. So I talk about my Asperger's syndrome. I talk about domestic abuse, domestic violence. I talk about mental health issues. I talk about my childhood, things that I experienced when I was growing up that were, some things were good, some things were traumatizing. So I talk about that stuff, and I plan to talk about more things on that channel, but right now it's kind of in slumber mode, you know what I'm saying? But that channel is called Anxiety Av. So if you ever want to go over there, and not so much because you're trying to like hear the stories, but more to get to know me better, like to know me as a person, then that might be a good place for you guys to get to know me and um, kind of get a perspective of why I think the way that I think and how I bring that into my doll collecting, because it definitely affects the way that I collect. So that's just for perspective if you're looking for more content and you're trying to figure out, other than dolls, what is this lady into? I'm into psychology, to be honest. That's my other special interest. So that's what I talk about over there. Tevin said, I'm always happy to send you stuff. I appreciate that, Tevin. Like, you seriously, though, like, you put a lot of thought into what you're sending to people. Like, you try to, like, think about what they don't have, think about things they might want to explore, think about, and I like that. I like that you're like, I'll send you some, just take a chance on it. Just try it out. You know what I'm saying? So I really like the way that you think when you're trying to figure out what you want to send to people. Because I don't be telling you. I don't be like, oh, I could use this. I could use that. Let me get this. Let me get that. If you see this, get me one of those. I don't be doing that. You just see stuff and you're like, oh, Gypsy might like this, You know what else Tevin sent me that was so cool? Some clothes that he had found on, I want to say, like one of those the Chinese websites where they like import the stuff from China, but it's like really cool stuff and it's really dirt cheap. Some little clothing pieces that he got from there, and they were so cute, and like they're so cute. So I still have those and I still be rocking them on my dolls on my shelves. But anyways, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it, and I got to get out of here because I gotta get through my list. I'm like so many hours behind my schedule, and my list is not just stuff that I want to do for myself. They affect the people around me. So if I don't get it done, then it slows down somebody else's progress in the household. AliExpress, but I hadn't been on there in many years. I know I haven't been on there in so long either. And I feel like they're going to take so long to deliver the stuff that I'll be like, nah, I'm good. And then I'll end up not ordering anything. But maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not like that. But I just be assuming that that's what it is because they're coming from China. I know some of those places, they ship really fast. But I just don't be wanting to take the chance. So I'll be like, So anyway, I gotta go. Okay, you guys. My name's Gypsy, and thanks for watching. Have a dolly day. Oh, my phone's gonna die.